All righty, let's go ahead and get into this recap here for this wonderful Tuesday and take a look at some price action and see what it provided for us. And you can see we're pretty much flat through this Monday into Tuesday morning's price action this last 24 hours. This is 6 a.m. Central Standard Time to 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. So if you use the universal standard or universal time, for me it's -6 hours. So you can see that we have the fixed range volume profile tool put on the chart. We have also the last 4 hours right here, right before the market open. And that tool is right up favorites. It's called fixed range volume profile. That is in, let's see. That tool is right here in the projections. Then you have the volume based, and we are using the fixed range volume profile. Obviously, you can pick a time frame, and then in that time frame, it's picking the low, the point of control, and the high in the volume time frame. So you can see how the price action was down here in the morning. We used the Chat GPT and built out our key levels, which were very tight based on this price action. But in the morning, we had already started to break down. Now, on the 15-minute, what we're looking for is to be under the 200 and the 21. Obviously, we lost that pretty quick in the morning, and we lost the breakout area right up here, which was mainly the bottom of the last 24-hour period, and then we dropped 2 candles, which is what I'm looking for is 2 candle close. This candle right here that I marked in the red is where we could go and get in the market. Now, one thing I will point out here on the 15-minute, when we can get in the market, we are also bottomed out on Stoches. So typically, you don't see this keep moving down when the Stoches are kind of down here, especially when they're already starting to curl and go back up. You can see here the Stoches were constantly pushing as we were bottoming down. So for me, looking at that, one thing that kind of shows some behavior is this kind of behavior down here on the 15-minute. And this is kind of watching the market right now in the evening hours and kind of seeing how things are setting up. But what I do see is, I kind of found a bottom, went a little bit lower, and then it's starting to rebuild right here on this 21. Now, anywhere between this 200 and this 21 is kind of a no man's land. The other thing is that you do have on the 1 hour, you also have this 200 kind of coming down through here and the 21 coming down. So right now would be considered bearish on the 1 hour. So I would expect the 15-minute to start to recover and at least get above this key area right here, which would be on the 1 hour. And then we can start getting back up to this upper area. We'll kind of have to see. Right now, the Stoches are topped out, but like I said, it was patterns were going against each other. So you had this coming up, and this was selling. Price action was coming down, so definitely was giving vibes of wanting to play games a little bit here. The other thing is we do have the RSI, which I don't see that on there right now, but we could put that back on. So we have the Stochas RSI that we're looking at, but we want to see the relative strength index right down here. And you can see that we are trying to rotate here in the 15-minute. So this is showing kind of some behavior that we could go up. Now, I wouldn't get too excited about this. There is, like we've been watching, there is some energy in this. Looks like I have that right up here. So that is something to pay attention to. Go ahead and move that there. Right here on the 15-minute, it's hasn't got a lot of clearage, and just for easy to get in this, you're underneath the 21 and the 200. Like I said, on the 1 hour, that's bearish. You're the same thing on the 4 hour. You have a 21 up here, your 200's up higher, so you're bearish there as well. Now you're into your 15-minute, and right now we're kind of in that neutral zone, and the 5-minute, it's kind of playing in that neutral zone as well. Here's your 21 and your 221 sitting here, so you're kind of neutral there right now. Let's go ahead and go back and look at actual price action for the day, though, and see if we can get any trade opportunity. And like I said, the 15-minute during this time was sitting in a downwards pattern, so we were bearish here. So that was a good thing on the 21 and the 200. Now on this 5-minute, right here is that 15-minute. We can start looking at getting into. Stoches were down here showing that they're already going to turn and start coming back up. Now, right through here, you can see that we already got the turn, like we're going to start to rotate and head down. So I could see somebody trying to get in right here. It's not a bad area. It's below the 30-minute range from the morning. It's already starting to break down there. This is rolling over. As you can see, obviously it rotated and came back up to the top. This is what I was kind of watching for because that 15-minute was down that bottom behavior. So for myself, I got in right around here, right when it started to break through. Put my stop up here above the breakout area and started to watch this trade down. Now this did start to break away, and this broke down. And this is where myself, I was looking at actually getting out here, but I didn't. I went ahead and waited. And when it came back up, though, I went ahead and got back out on this original close right here. So I got out with a small trade. Now, someone could say, yeah, it broke, and then it turned around and came right back down. For me, I didn't want to play in this area. Obviously, if I did and let it trade on down, I could have got out, somewhere a little bit better and got a better position. But we did grind down. We did break the 21, definitely right here, and started to break down. And definitely would have got you out there. If you were wanting to play the risky game, which I don't recommend, you could have traded this out really to a 3-to-1. Not the best option there, though. You definitely want to always watch out for that 21. What happened right here when this broke, this could have easily started to rebuild and take off. And the reason why I wasn't willing to even watch this at all, because of this right here. So this 15-minute, when this was running up, this was already rotating, showing that this could have broke up. So any of this could have started to rotate and start to turn here, and we might not even seen any of this drawdown. Of course, when this was drawing down, and you can see that as this is continuing to play out, like I was pointing out earlier, this was running up. So definitely conflicting TA, and definitely something to be watching for as this tries to start to kind of do a little bit of rebuilding in the market right now. So this is something that I'm watching, potential rebuilding here, and we'll see how it interacts with the longer time frames in the space here on the 15-minute. As it kind of gets back up into this area to see how this reacts. We could see a pullback here with the 1 hour, or even with the 4 hour, and things could be setting up. But I am still sticking to the idea of the 100 really showing strength in this area, and I am going to be watching that lower 100 level down through here, and we'll see how things hold. If I do see a wick, I wouldn't expect, or if I did see a drop out of there, we're probably going to see some wick type action. We'll have to see for bigger time frames. But that's about it, guys, on the recap. It looks like it was a great trade day. It could be depending on your system, but the way we trade and the system that we use to trade with would have kept us out of trades today, just because of what I was just talking about, and kept us safe. And sometimes sometimes this happens, but you just have to remember, hey, stick to your system, because when your system actually does fire and run great, it definitely puts you into the option to make pretty good cash flow and a pretty good opportunity for yourself. So that's about it, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, guys.